third quarterfinal here in the CC Masters Qualifier number 2. Who will follow Happy and Fly? They have defeated Romantic and 1-0 to 2 Chinese out. Will this be the theme of the day? There's definitely one Chinese dropping in the fourth quarterfinal because 2 are paired against each other. This is the last Korean in this entire tournament. Loliot out, Sok out, Lin and Moon nowhere to be seen. Up to Yumiko. And Yumiko has defeated another Chinese already. That was Colorful. Colorful had no chance in the round of 16. So FoCUS certainly a stronger opponent, especially since it's online. And FoCUS always thrives online. But Yumiko, he had some very entertaining games at WGL, despite not making it out of the group stage. But especially his Human Mirror against Hawk was so cool. He got pretty much annihilated by WFZ, which was not so fun if you're a Yumiko fan, but the way WFZ played was entertaining as well. So yeah, let's see what these two are bringing to the table. South Korea versus China, FoCUS versus Yumiko.
This matchup has been one of the most interesting over the last couple of months, has been evolving over and over with players like Lin and TH being on the forefront, innovating. FoCUS also, of course, a top orc. What's he gonna go for here? Farseer is what we certainly expect nowadays. Oh, color me surprised! It's actually a Blade Master.
Ooh, FoCUS. That is the first time in forever that I see a Blade Master against Human.
Yeah, this is a good Blade Master map, LR, but he just seems so much worse against Human nowadays. And it feels like you're inviting Rifleman play.
Yeah. I mean, we go back to Rifleman anyway to counter the Lin build with the 2 Kodos. Is that still the case with the Blade Master? I don't think so. With a strong Blade Master and good equipment, you can kill Rifleman rather easy if you're lucky, and FoCUS is always lucky.
Alright, that's pretty cool. Surprising to me. I was certainly expecting the Farseer over here. Perhaps map dependent. Perhaps this is just an LR special. We're gonna see how this goes as the series progresses. Normal creep route by the AM. This is always the nice thing about Blade Master on LR. You take the circlet, you take out the High Priest, and you're still in time to prevent level 2 successfully for your opponent. That is the case against Night Elf and against Human. Blade Master finds the replenishment. That's also really good. Doesn't have a shop for a while. The 1 burrow, no shop tech is resulting in a very fast tier 2 progress. But can be a little bit dangerous if your shop gets cancelled and you find yourself low HP and so on.
Nice side steps by Yumiko to dodge the grunt block. And yeah, 2 buildings in the works, but there's no mana for another water elemental. He has 2 footmen and 1 water elemental here. Not focusing on this shop at all. Okay, now switching the target. Is it too late though?
Kind of close. Should be enough damage though, even without the AM putting in the right clicks. This shop will be getting cancelled, so that's a nice find. But this only hurts really badly if units are hurt. Grunt so far, not damaged yet. The Blade Master is a little bit damaged, yes, but remember, has that replenishment. Ryan Zeotome, thank you very much for the sub. So, still no creeping for Yumi. This experience is starting to become an issue. He needs the aura.
Yeah, I feel that way too. There's still the green spots, we can get it rather easily. Tech is almost done for FoCUS. The burrows are coming up uncontested pretty much. And despite not playing Farseer, this Archmage, no progress at all after the first little green cam. No blacksmith, no lumber mill. Is he just playing mass casters?
It appears that way. MK will be expected then. I don't like this play from Yumi though. Why is he playing so aggressively? Like, what did he manage to accomplish? He killed or he cancelled 1 shop. That didn't really matter.
Also, his reactions to the replenishment potion a little slow. Maybe not the greatest, Yumiko. Today. Shadowhunter second, Torrent Totem for AoE Dispel. Yeah, fun. No Farseer means no Shaman as well. Back to old school Orc Raider Walker.
The Raiders will be delayed a little bit. The lumber wasn't quite there instantly for the bestiary. It's coming up now, but that is with a bit of a delay. Double Sanctum coming up in the human base with power build. Gonna be finished very soon. MK on the way as well. But a level 1 AM by the time tier 2 rolls around. That is not what you want.
5 minutes in. Yeah, need some power creeping, which is not too easy with mass casters, no rifles. Could this be a Clap Mountain King against all this ground?
I think he's gonna go Clap and Stormbolt. Skip the bash. At least this is a good map to power creep on for human. Once the tier 2 buildings are done, you can call a lot of militia for the merchant, lab, and merc camp creep. This is why this map is always pretty good for the MK on tier 2. You should be able to safely creep him up fairly well. And here comes the first militia call, not towards the merchant, but towards the lab rather right away. The first dust misses, the AM not finding the blade here, who is retreating back himself. Shadowhunter just grabbed the first camp, continuing with the next one, and found some claws for his buddy as well. So we're taking a step back and go for a bit of more passive creep-heavy mid-game now.
True. For Yumiko, we have to say that he's only back in the scene for like 4 to 5 months. On the other side, FoCUS a constant since his army duties are over. Since 2017 as his nickname. No, he was back way earlier, right? 2015, I think. As he was part of WCA when yours was there.
I don't even remember that.
Yeah. It was, yours group was FoCUS, HLA, TH, and yours.
Neo with the memory. My goodness. He definitely wasn't at 2014.
Nope.
But yeah, FoCUS, he is kind of the workhorse. Normally he's always there. Last WGL, he once again wasn't too impressive. Offline tournaments, not normally where he shines the most, but online, absolutely a big force always.
Nice disable on the Blade Master, making sure that this is not getting stolen. And big Book of the Dead, well, it's not that good, but the big mana potion, that helps.
Blade Master, he's dead.
Oh, reveal! And yep, Zeppelin stolen as well. That's a kill. Second Blade Master falling today. For FoCUS, this is very unusual. Miscalculated this completely.
He must have expected the sorceresses already. The timing was easily there. And if you go for the scouting and harass play like that, you have to bring a speed scroll. But he didn't. Gets punished heavily. And guess what? Suddenly, Yumiko, who was having trouble throughout this game so far, finds himself in a good position. Now takes out the enemy lab. That's going to be level 3 for his AM as well. And the MK with that hero kill on the blade is close to level 3 himself. Got the big mana, got the Book of the Dead, and is going to get another big consumable over here.
If this is 2 Book of the Deads, it's going to be 12 skeletons. I don't know if he has the dispel for that. He needs it for water elementals and slow as well. But it's only a Wand of the Wind, which can also be great to prevent heal waves. Good caster army. Will he play the typical Yumiko style with a tower leapfrogging? Nope. Sends it back, just in case. Shadowhunter got good levels, good inventory as well. With the Sobi Mask. Sorcerer's Adept upgrade. Melee Steel upgrades for FoCUS. Shop control by Yumiko. Sells the book now. Gets an invul for it. Yumiko's waiting for the Priest Adept until he can dispel the Spirit Link. Is he giving FoCUS too much time?
Yeah, this Blade Master kill at the end of the day didn't seem to have that much impact. I guess the lab being stolen was kind of a big play, but FoCUS was still able to creep up more. Now makes his way over to the red camp. Should be an easy Ogre snipe there for him.
Well, I think the Blade Master kill will result in a lack of damage if he's not super lucky with items, because without... Oh.
It's FoCUS, bro.
Yeah, this is plus 32 Blade Master.
Plus
I was about to
32.
say, like, okay, if his crit level 2 is so late, then, you know, the red numbers aren't too high. But with an inventory like this, yeah, have fun.
He definitely will be going for crit level 2. Must be. But he's still pretty far away over here. And now we're close to the human mains, so militia support is going to be pretty strong, and the militia are making their way over. Invis footing is pretty nice here, with the Shade cosplay. Always sticking around the undead, the orc army. And here we go. Time to fight militia coming in. We do have the clap. It is clap level 2, I believe. Yes, it is. Throw the bees coming in as well. There needs to be the spell from the priest. Wow. Super quick to spell. Nicely done by Yumi.
Didn't hit the Blade Master though. Plus 42. So let the crits rain. Mountain King in the front row has so much more mana to use. Clap again. Wand of the Wind. Okay, you can't crit if you're high up in the air. That the spell didn't hit him either. Shadowhunter is doing his very, very best to heal up this army. Kodo Beast has munched as well, but it's 48 supply against 57. Yumiko was not really the favorite. The Blade Master again, no invul, no TP, no mana, no HP, and he dies for the second time.
Despite all of these items, if you're up in the air, what does the plus damage really do for you? And the Blade Master Shadow, man, every time I see him, they just look so bad. In the late game against human. MK still has that big mana that he's holding on to. Very close now to level 4 as well. Blade Master brought back from the tavern. Oh, the next clap is going to be big into the backline right there. And not enough damage as it seems, despite all of these claws. Going for the MK now. He needs that hero kill. FoCUS needs that hero kill. But he's finding return fire on his blade. Can't lose him again. Not a third time. Blade Master makes it away just barely.
There's no heal wave anymore, and the clap reaches the backline once more. Magic damage arrives on the Orc army, and FoCUS taps out. Yumiko, surprising again, despite having such a slow progress on the Archmage, level 1 for 5.5 minutes or something.
Yeah.
But imagine that fight maybe with better dispels that hit and a crit level 2.
Could have looked different, yes, absolutely. But still, I'm really not sold on the Blade Master in this matchup. I think the Farseer, if played well, is just so much better. But okay, FoCUS went back to the Blade there. LR was not a successful map for him. I expect a switch to the Farseer in the next maps.
Yeah, absolutely. Amazonia it is. Lightning Shield creep to start things with. But a lot of people in chat, FoCUS is the big favorite. We said that as well. Yumiko defying the odds in map number 1. And yeah, Korea about to be eliminated.
But as you said, AZ is going to be a much better starting map for the Farseer. And with the Woofies and Chain Lightning, the entire game is going to look different. If that is going to be the play, I would be so surprised if it's Blade Master here again. Yeah. I wonder what FoCUS's thought process is. Why go Blade Master? There must be a good reason for it, obviously.
I mean, the items were pretty good.
But isn't that the scary thing? Despite all these items, it wasn't even close in that fight. Like, it was a complete stomp in the late game. It feels like if you don't have mass Kodos, you just can't deal with breakers, even with that crazy Blade Master inventory.
Yeah. Maybe tier 3 burning oil catapults, the Kiwi builds?
Dude, I would love it if that became like more of a standard build. Lin doing it. Lin following in Kiwi's footsteps. Imagine that, dude.
How proud must Kiwi be if the greatest orc is following his build? But so far, we haven't seen Lin since WGL, right? I don't think so. Taking a little break.
Yeah, the first qualifier was before WGL, right? Yeah, it was.
Yeah, that was the last tournament before WGL, and Lin won that. Well, quite a roll. But we go into map number 2. AZ, FoCUS. Can he make this the first full distance series of the day? Or will Yumiko follow happy and fly into the semifinals? Man, what a success this would be for Yumiko. no one expects him in any round of 4 at the moment. And Colorful and FoCUS are not the easiest opponents either.
But it's far from over. Still gonna have a lot of work ahead of himself. And FoCUS most likely will be playing a different style here. Opening builds, looking standard. Normal altar plays from both. Question is FoCUS gonna skip the barracks? That's something that Lin was doing quite a lot at WGL. But FoCUS not doing that. Barracks is coming in. Farseer Grunts is what we're expecting. With a lightning shield creep. Goal is always to prevent AM leveling as much as possible. That was super successful on map 1. On AZ, it's harder to prevent, though. There's a lot of small camps to go around, and the AM starts off with an instant level 2, which is great for him. But preventing level 3, that is the big milestone.
Alright, so Farseer or Blade Master, answer is for us quite obvious, and for FoCUS as well. Going back to what was the most successful in recent months, that is the Farseer Archmage for Yumiko. No Mountain King Blood Mage surprises here. So Yumiko, if this continues, he kind of could become the LP club killer, taking out 2 of their players.
Footman Scout sent out early. Is gonna learn about this Farseer very soon. And gonna try to harass that as much as possible. Lightning Shield denies can be a danger on both sides here. So, I wonder, like, normally this should be, you know, one base tech from both these guys. The Orc a little bit ahead, of course. And then just massing up on tier 2. And normally, Orc plays with an expansion. Wait a minute! Look at the AM. He's not even creeping! He's actually running across the map for level 1 AM harass.
Yumiko with the happy syndrome. Lightning Shield still triggered. This Footman pretty aggressive as well. If he can deny level 2 here, he's committing with 2 Footmen and this Archmage. Creeping denied.
And because of no militia called, this tech is super fast. Yeah. It's almost as fast as the Orc tech. Yumi really doesn't mind having low-level AM, because this is going to have a big ripple effect. Like, the AM is going to be, once again, stuck on low experience for a really long time. Especially if he wants to keep on being aggressive.
I mean, he can still try to creep level 2 at the lab. It's not that hard to do. But no, he's just trading 0 experience after 3 minutes on AZ.
But isn't that exactly what the Farseer wants? Doesn't he love?
Yeah, he does.
Level 1 kind of scenarios? Like, I feel like Yumiko is going for an opening that's playing into FoCUS's hand. But we'll see how he keeps on playing this.
Yumiko always had his very own idea of matchups and builds and timings. Scout Tower up. Thank you, Nycool, for the 33-month resub. Wolfie comes in. Shop rather early. But yeah, 1 Wolfie doesn't do too much.
A player's forces are under attack.
Another grunt coming. So is that the second grunt? Yep. Second grunt, and it worked. The way Lin did it was 2 grunts only into mass range on tier 2 with Kodos and Shaman. Don't have a War Mill yet. There we go. Okay, looks like FoCUS is going for the Lin build. No 3rd grunt and an early War Mill.
Okay, double Kodo to start tier 2. Not enough damage to kill the shop. That means some healing for this Archmage, which is definitely necessary. There's 1 more Water Elemental. Creep has to call Militia now. Should have enough lumber for the tier 2, which is about to finish. Or is it? Kind of close.
Yeah, but now there's 2 grunts, and the Farseer obviously around. Heal selves can always be used. Like, how do you safely creep now? Once the MK comes out, I guess you can start again. But it's a level 1 AM with 0 experience.
Yep.
Game 1 was already bad. This is even worse.
Yep. Oh, Mountain King is coming. He helped a ton. But this time he's facing a Farseer and a Torrent Chieftain. Lodge Bestiary for Kodo and Shaman. And FoCUS is complete map control.
And this is a really nice steal here by FoCUS taking this Kobold camp away. Always a really nice one for the MK to go for. With this one gone, only the shop and the lab are safe creep camps left. And that's not what the MK wants. He wants to be able to safely creep, somewhat safely at least, all the way to the level 3. AZ, always a dangerous map for that. Difficult to find those levels.
Double Sanctum. Yumiko's super broke on Lumber now. Doesn't need it too much. Alright, creeping starts. No lightning shield here as there's no ranged attack. Is Stomp a ranged attack to trigger lightning shield? Does it work? I don't think so. I don't know. I really don't know.
Idea. Like, you would have to stop one of the rogues and then the renegade. I don't know.
Thank God Creepjack is in Christmas break. Otherwise that would be the question next week.
Players' forces are under attack.
Yeah, I actually saw the last Janus Cutters with the Spirit Link Dispel.
Yeah, fuck that.
You failed!
I failed the entire episode. But you know, that makes me mortal. Level 2 for the TC. Taskmaster's going for Yumiko, so just little steals for FoCUS here. Claws of attack.
Level 1 AM. It's
Yep.
ridiculous.
Yep.
I think FoCUS could take a great fight right now. He's got the first Shaman, he's got the Purges, more Shaman are coming, TC is level 2 already. Militia are coming in though, and they might be swinging things around here in the middle of the map.
There's
No Chain Lightning yet, so no easy steals.
So no consumables. I mean, this one's speed scroll, but that's about it. Going for the Kodo. At the moment, it's only one. Oh, second one is coming. Good stomp. To take out a bunch of footmen. Yeah, this is not a fight for Yumiko to take. He needs to steal more time somehow. But that should open up the time frame for an expansion of the Orc. Like, it should be easily doable. Hello, Chain Lightning.
It just feels like Yumiko is like rendered almost useless. Level 1 heroes, that's just not enough. The casters are slowly running out of mana here. Especially once a couple of heals are going to be required. Yeah, we're coming back to that opening again. Level 1 AM harass, Yumi. I'm not so sure.
Yeah, it didn't work out too well. We go Breakers early. Blacksmith now too. Breakers, of course, necessary against this build. But just more Shaman. Raider transition now. That's something Lin didn't do at all, right?
Only very, very late. Once he had this expansion already, and was it like 60 supply?
Oh yeah, it was Wyvern before Raiders.
Yeah.
FoCUS has a different idea about this. Thank you, Mighty Nighty, for 1 year of resubbing. 1 year reach, smiley face. Thank you.
Begin will found for the TC. That's great. TC is going to be the big target normally to go for human, as there is no Spirit Link to protect him or Heal Wave to save him. So that Begin Bull is a nice safety find. FoCUS looking pretty strong right now. Close to 50 supply, double Kodo. Lots of Purge to go around as well. Yumiko finally got his level 2s, my god. But at this point, you're kind of supposed to be level 3, or at least very close to it.
Yeah, TC is level 3. That is a good stomp if we can surpass the Break Alliance, which seem very doable here. Oh, nice Storm Bolt to prevent the Storm. 4 now. Second one hits, and that's a Sorcerer's dead, that's a Footy dead, and some mana used, which is an issue, because it's only Aura 1.
Speed Scroll committed didn't do that much, honestly, but it was only the first Speed Scroll. There's still a second one, and there's still the TP, so FoCUS can still safely look for an engagement, or at least threaten a Creepjack, as he finds his opponent once again over at the Merchant. Very obvious, of course, at this stage where Yumi's going to go next. Fighting for the items in the shop. Heal Scroll for the MK. Didn't need to buy an invul, found one just like the TC did.
Farseer has an invul as well against the Clap, but it's only level 1. It's really not scary.
expansion is coming up across the map pretty soon to be done now. And can't be cancelled anymore. But the breaker numbers are rising. And breakers are always really tough to deal with. Oftentimes seem impossible to deal with. Kiwikaki's answer recently was burning oil catapults. But that's not what FoCUS has to work with here. He's going to have to rely on the Kodos. I don't know why he's not making Wind Riders.
Yeah, good question actually. Oh, big stomp again. Nice and snares. That's a sweet dinner for the Kodo. At least one. Speed scroll. Will he get in? Oh, the stomp is so good. Disabling the Mountain King. There's still a heal scroll if he wants to. Chain Lightning against the Militia. That was the heal scroll used. Kodo Beast under attack. Oh, the lightning shield dispelled now, but damage is done.
Yumi committed heavily to that Kodo, but he doesn't even get it in the end. So many peasants are dying. There's one sorceress. There's not enough slow to go around. Nothing is slowed down here. Level 3 now for the Farseer. Going for the level 2 Chain Lightning, I believe. Another zap comes in. MK getting purged, getting low, finding himself in a bit of danger. Kodo finally gets taken out. And Yumi is finding some kills here, I guess. But also, more and more breakers are dying. Gets the second one falling. MK and Snare onto him again. Invol on the Farseer, and the TP is forced. AM in trouble. He's so squishy.
60 HP. That's some wound slick now. 47 supply for Yumiko still. 53. Oh. Can you reach for a storm? Well, there's still a big invol. He has mana. Ah, Telestaff. Can intercept this. No, not willing to do so.
FoCUS looking to be in a commanding position now. Has this expansion running for a while. Mass production. Firing from all cylinders. 53 supply for the Orc. 50 still for Yumi. He actually didn't lose that much apparently. And is finally getting his levels. Finishing this camp will be double level 3s for him, which is way overdue.
Yeah, but it's also Creepjack, as this was kind of obvious. Is this going to be a massacre? There's a TP by Yumi, but do you want to TP out twice in a row? That is the double level up. Maybe that was necessary. Storm before the collab. Chain Lightning. Sweet follow-up. Great start for FoCUS. Kodos are still devouring, but the Mountain King is solo. Is finally going for this invul. Dodges the Storm with it. But yeah, this Orc army is just overwhelming.
MK got another clap, but decent splits here from FoCUS, not even taking too much damage from this. It's GG. Game 2 goes to FoCUS, bringing us to a third map.
Okay, for the first time today, we go full distance. FoCUS recovering from the 2 Blade Master losses on Last Refuge. But yeah, that was a super rough game for Yumiko from minute 2 on, when he decided to be Hawk-esque aggressive, but in a matchup where no one does this. And we saw... Why?
Yeah, level 1 AM harass is still a weird strat to go for. I hope he's not going to do that again. Map 3, we'll see what we get. Usual suspects are Concealed or Northern Isles. Should be one of the 2 remaining.
Would be super surprised to see something like Terranas or Twisted. That shouldn't be possible. So, yeah. Later today at 5 p.m. we have W3IL Grand Finals. So even if we're done with the quarterfinals here in the CC Masters, we're not done with the day. Concealed Hill it is for Yumiko.
Which is normally a pretty good map to find decent levels on with the AM. If he this time decides not to harass on level 1, which I do hope. So interesting that he prioritizes the early game so differently from everyone else. Yeah. Like every other human, it's all about finding levels, all about creeping, all about getting that level 2 and level 3 quickly. And he was just like, nah, who needs that? I'm just gonna be in your face. Questionable. But he showed that he can absolutely win games here. It was against the Blade Master, though, and I doubt we're going to see the Blade Master again. Farseer just looks so much better nowadays, in my opinion.
Especially on CH. Like, what can you really do with the Blade Master here? I don't really know. Game starts. Again, Korea's tournament live on the line as FoCUS is the last remaining one. Yumiko could be the first human in the semifinals. So far it's 1 undead, 1 orc, night elves all eliminated in the round of 16 with Colorful, Sihaechun and Lawlight. Okay, so second orc or first human? Yumiko in the upper right on CH. And FoCUS in the bottom left.
Yumiko not going totally crazy. Yumiko was one of the players who in this matchup actually was quite experimental for a while. We saw MK first from him. We even saw Blood Mage first from him. And trying oftentimes with a fast expansion. Of course, this really isn't the map to go for a fast expansion. So would be extremely surprising to see that here. So far it's looking very standard on both sides with the altar. And normal build, no skip barracks. No skipped anything. Remember the days when on Ancient Isles humans didn't play barracks and went for lumber mill tech immediately? On the beautiful map Ancient Isles, my god.
I hope this never comes back ever. Farseer it is. Maybe, yeah, is he skipping the shop because there's fountains?
Yeah, he's gonna be skipping it for a while. And I mean, his question is he gonna be creeping the first camp or is he gonna be aggressive right away? I think FoCUS recently on this map has been pretty aggressive instantly on level 1. Trying to deny AM progress as much as possible. Starting off with creeping for the orc can also be valuable as you get the first claws or something like that and a jump start too close to level 2. But of course, when you do that, you give it a little bit more breathing room to the AM, which you certainly don't want to do. The normal creep route here for human is go for the Ogre Warrior first, then go into the middle, creep the green camp at the Spider Crab thingy, and then go to the next green over the kobolds in the little corner, and the militia, take out the green outside your main, and boom, there we go, that's level 3. And FoCUS will be trying to prevent that as much as possible.
Yeah, the little kobolds were a sweet little trick from especially humans for a long time. I think they've been figured out. And so we start, of course, the Berserker. Circlet, nice. FoCUS is spreading the wolfies in both directions, making sure he 100% knows what Yumiko is doing after this weird early game. I like that he confirms it and just not assumes what Yumiko is doing, because you can never be sure with Yumiko.
Pretty quick tech here by Yumi though. Not threatened with the peasants here yet. He's waiting to go for the tower until the tech starts to save that lumber, to have the faster tier 2. Is still behind the tech of FoCUS, of course, but only by like half a minute maybe? Something like that, maybe a little bit more, but it's okay.
It was a fast tech by FoCUS as well, without the shop. But Yumi cutting corners here as well. Both want to arrive at tier 2 as fast as possible. So this will be a lot faster level 2.
But Yumi's playing so afraid again. Why is he turtling so hard? It's only one grunt and one Farseer. One would think if Yumi was to call militia and go for the green, he most likely will get the level 2 there, but he's really unwilling to trade, despite there being fountains.
Yeah, sometimes we don't get what the Chinese is doing, or what he's thinking. And it's all time he's losing for mana regeneration. FoCUS is actually, with pretty much doing nothing, accomplishing a lot as no Brilliance Aura. 4 minutes in.
Yep. Arcane is done now at least, so the main base is fairly safe. Maybe with that, Yumiko is going to find the courage to go out onto the map. Only 3 footies, by the way.
Yeah.
And Blacksmith. Okay.
What?
All right. 3 footy transitioning now into rifles.
Is he going for this rifle dragon creep?
Yeah, 4 creeping rifles certainly are very nice on this map, but I always question how well they will do in the late game against the TC. Who is coming? TC is the second hero choice here. It is the Lin build once again. 2 grunts into early War Mill, Bestiary Lodge. Kodos! Soon to be coming. Then again, with there being rifles, do you want to go double Kodo? Maybe Raider's actually the better idea.
Yeah, this is the answer for human so far.
Players' forces are under attack.
Countering Kodos and Shaman, making for a stronger TC, and there's so much experience left on the map for a strong TC.
It's 3 maps in a row, though, where the AM doesn't find level 2 forever.
I mean, worked out on map 1.
It did, but that was a Blade Master, whose late game weaknesses have been becoming apparent more and more.
Now Yumiko, finally able to leave his own base, but still not creeping at all.
And not even calling militia to creep the green. I guess they're constructing sanctums right now. Wait, so it's blacksmith into double sanctum. Did he change his mind, or is this just for breaker?
I saw this
upgrades?
by... Oh, who played it? I think it was Romantic versus Remind who constantly played this as well. Maybe it's like to be safe in case of Wyvern, and then you still go heavy casters. I haven't figured this out yet.
And it is 1 rifle, by the way. So what could be cool here is go like 2 rifles, maybe 3. That helps with creeping a lot, but don't overcommit on them and then transition into mass casters behind that. That's really weird. That doesn't seem very intuitive, but rifles certainly do help with the creeping. That's true. So AM, there we go, finally gets to level 2. That was about time. TC is about to hit level 2 here himself, though, creeping up the natural along with the Farseer, readying up this position for the Expo. I'm just expecting the peon to come over, and there he is. 40 supply Expo, pretty standard timing for nowadays' meta. And we do have a Kodo. 1 Kodo out already, and a second one. Okay. So, double Kodo once more.
Righty. Standard so far. FoCUS is constructing the next burrow, so he's not gonna be supply stuck until the Expo is up. Shaman upgrade. Ooh, Yumiko pulling the
Players'
Overlord.
forces are under attack.
He needs level 3 so bad. Speedgraph swings a little in favor of FoCUS with the Sentry Ward now. Also for him, easy creeping with the damage aura, but Yumiko gets the red spot. Hood of Cunning, again, not the greatest item. It feels like we see less and less auras these days.
Or useless ones.
Or useless ones. Someone is rigging the item
Players'
drops.
forces are under attack.
Yeah, this wasn't certainly the greatest find for Yumi. TC in the meantime continues his solo creep. Creep route from FoCUS is looking really good. You take the first camp when you only have 2 grunts safely around your main base. Then you creep up the natural with the Farseer, you split experience that way, but then Merchant and Green right outside your expansion, keeping that safe with your positioning is enough for the level 3 TC. Lining up really nicely here is the hero progress for the Orc in the mid game. 43 supply for him, 50 already for Yumi. But again, the levels are lacking.
Yeah.
AM still not level 3.
No level 3, and if he starts this lap, I'm pretty sure FoCUS will punish this heal scroll, invul, TP, level 3 TC to just buy time for this. Yeah, he finds him. It's daytime, so he sees him coming early.
This army is just a TC's dream. Riflemen,
Yeah,
casters,
no breakers.
militia even could be coming in. No breakers at all.
So he needs a slow and a stormbolt on the TC. Oh, there's nothing, and a speed scroll dispels the speed scroll. Okay, but way too late. Big impact on that first storm. Clap, level 1, and lightning shield. How many dispels are there? Okay, that was enough.
That might be the last dispel though. The Shaman have more mana for more lightning shield. Level 2 now on the Farseer as well. We have some zaps coming in from him as well, potentially. TC's out of mana though. Was slowed there a little bit. Purge gets him back to safety. Next Stormbolt finds the TC. He's in trouble, but has inventory still to keep him safe. Kodo moving forward with the Ensnare. Got off an easy devour right there, but Kodo might be falling. Yep, with the Stormbolt coming in. Even the heal scroll not enough to save that one, and that is finally now level 3 for the AM.
Almost another Water Elemental with the regen. Will take out this Raider. Or, no, okay, he is. And Yumiko having a good fight, of course, all on the back of FoCUS's expansion. So this is just distraction, a 50-50 fight is good for the Orc. But I didn't expect it. It started great for FoCUS and then turned around a little. But that's exactly the time he needed for the TP. So he can afford that town portal. Watch awards reveal. Okay. He continues this, so I have even more time at the expo. But Yumiko's getting control magic. We'll have human woofies soon.
The big item here for the MK could also potentially be really nice. And there we go. Big mana pot for the MK. Exactly what he was hoping for. Same camp being taken by FoCUS on the other side. Rock Golem. What's he gonna drop? Anything outside of the scroll is good. Big mana.
Yeah. If you like Clap and Stomp, you're in for a treat. Sorcerer's Adept upgrade. Yumiko's still at 50, about to push. But big that he got the heal scroll and invul. Double mana potion, by the way, on the Mountain King. Here we go. He can clap until forever. Is it time for hero focus to just get him out of here? With Purge and Storm?
Yeah, no invul being there makes this a really enticing prospect. Stormbolt onto the TC, but it's only level 1 Stormbolt. It doesn't hurt that much, but the breaker damage still does. There we go. Purge is coming onto the MK. He's got one target. Gives him over, though. Gives him up. The grunts go away, walking away out of the clap range. The clap still finds them. Big mana committed. PC moving forward into the back line. Finds a decent stomp, but not a game-breaking one.
No, Fascia has no mana anymore. Sorks will have their upgrade, so more mana and invisibility. Mountain King, this is an invite to a clap, resulting in a double kill most likely. TC trying to find his storms. Not really good control always with the slows. Nice saves on the grunt here, though.
This level 2 aura is actually really nice from the TC.
Yeah.
Movement speed, even on the Kodo, is not too bad. Farseer level 3, must be Chain Lightning here. Purge onto the MK, once again the second hero being focused. Everything now onto the second hero. TP transferred, might have to be getting used here. Stomp coming in, Chain Lightning, the zap kills him. Couldn't TP during that stun. And with the MK dead, suddenly this human army is looking much more manageable to deal with for FoCUS.
Everything is dropping. 3 kills. And that's game for FoCUS. I keep on mentioning this. Don't underestimate the damage of Chain Lightning. It happens and happens and happens. There was a TP on the Mountain King. Could have easily gotten away. And now FoCUS 60 supply. And this expo. And the levels. He doesn't even need a speed scroll to run away. Thanks to Endurance Aura 2. Speaking of thanks to, thank you Love B2W, awesome Nick by the way, for the €2 donation. Really appreciate everything you guys do. Few bucks is the least I can do for countless hours of entertainment. Much love. Also to Blubber Bernd gifting a sub to Splix 13 month. You two wonderful people. Hope you enjoy this day.
Good harass here at the expansion. Quite a few peon taken out, but without the MK here, a real fight cannot be attempted. And on the run back, at least one breaker is going to be getting taken out. These raiders with Endurance Aura are really fast.
Well, if they're not slowed, that is absolutely correct. And it's only 2 Sorks, so limited crowd control.
Yeah, also, no level 4 AM still makes the mana sustain really not easy for these mass casters. As we can see, all sorcerers really low mana here. 2 more pickoffs for FoCUS. Almost level 5 TC now. 54 supplies still for him. More and more gold rolling in from the expansion. And Yumiko with a monumental task at his hand. This is a very tough note to come back from.
He burned through the big mana. That could have been a game changer. But FoCUS is so ready. I like how he plays. Very careful, never overcommitting. With all his experience. TC is close to 5. 1 more kill. And that's the level 3 Storm. Remo, you know what that means.
Give it to me, baby. There we go. Level 5. 5-second stun. 6-second cooldown. Oh, yeah, baby. And Yumi realizes this game is unwinnable. GG. And FoCUS, the favorite, does make it through. But perhaps with a bit more trouble than we were expecting.
Yeah. Why is he playing Blade Master in the end? Maybe just to raise the broadcasting hours for us and the Chinese broadcast. Korea still alive! after a pretty mediocre day 1. FoCUS makes it, defeating 2 humans in a row with Meteor and Yumiko. To be fair, he didn't face the world's elite yet, but he will most likely in the next round, as we have the winner of WFZ and TH coming up. We have 3 players already in the round of 4. Happy, Fly, FoCUS, and the winner of the 4th quarterfinal. That's coming up in round about 7 minutes, I would say. We go into a little break. You can vote for your favorite player. Is it going to be TH, who made it to the WGL Final 4, or WFZ? That question will be answered right away. See you in a bit.